Bill Goldberg
has officially made his return to WWE and is set to face Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? It is yours truly, Flamin' Rick Ricky DeRays, right here on the Wrestle Havoc channel. Before we get into all this craziness, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Wrestle Havoc channel right here on YouTube, in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and as the friggin' referee would say, ring that damn bell for more notifications. If you guys haven't checked out the most recent episode of the Wrestle Havoc podcast, the link will be in the description below. Also, if you guys want to check out clips from the Wrestle Havoc podcast, I recently opened up a new channel called Wrestle Havoc Clips. If you guys want to check out clips of the Wrestle Havoc podcast, the link will be in the description below. Okay, now we really need to talk about this because, of course, Jey Uso's title run has been deemed a failure. Jey Uso recently dropped his World Heavyweight title last week on Raw to Gunther, and it sparked a lot of conversation as to why Jey Uso dropped his title way too early. I mean, for God's sakes, his title reign only lasted 51 days, and he only had 3 challengers: Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, and Gunther. And the first 2 matches had somewhat screwy finishes. The first match ending in a DQ, the second match involving interference by John Cena. You get my drift. I think it's pretty much safe to say that WWE just didn't have anything for Jey Uso. They just wanted to capture the moment of him winning the world title at WrestleMania. And unfortunately, promotions like WWE, AEW, and TNA always fall into that problem. The money is always in the chase, no doubt about it. And they always get to that moment where that said wrestler always triumphs and eventually wins his world championship, i.e. Jey Uso. Everybody was clamoring for Jey Uso to win the world title, myself included. I know a lot of people hated the idea of him winning the Royal Rumble, but if you didn't understand the idea of him winning the Royal Rumble, clearly you are the problem. Hell, I made a whole video about that. The link will be in the description below. But once Jey Uso already had the world championship, what was next? I mean, a feud with Sami Zayn was easily right there. Dude, you cannot tell me that a feud between Jey Uso and Sami Zayn would not be money, because it would be. But we very well could see that match in the King of the Ring tournament. We're gonna have to wait and see. But Gunther winning the world championship came to a shock to a lot of people. Everybody literally expected a whole cash-in to take place with Seth Rollins, but that did not happen. Instead, the match ended clean, and it shocked a lot of people, myself included. Gunther is once again the world heavyweight champion, and honestly, it was the right move to make, simply because of the fact that Jey Uso just wasn't doing anything. It is now going to be looked upon as a failed title run, and rightfully so. Now, the fault does not fall on Jey Uso. The fault falls on WWE creative. They clearly had nothing planned for Jey, and that sucks because Jey is really talented. Now, I know some fans may be like, oh, but he's a terrible in-ring wrestler. Bro, get the fuck out of here. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Jey Uso is over with the audience. That's what's important, especially in the WWE's realm. But Gunther is once again the world champion, and there was a lot of speculation as to who Gunther was going to face now that he's once again the world heavyweight champion. Of course, Bill Goldberg was in the discussion, because if you guys don't know, it was heavily rumored that Goldberg was going to be having his last match in the summer. And there was even a report that came out that Gunther was going to be facing Goldberg for the world heavyweight championship, and that was going to be Goldberg's last match. Well, fast forward this past Monday on Raw, Gunther came out, cut a promo. Of course, he mentioned beating Jey Uso, winning the world title, mentioned Seth Rollins, who currently holds the Money in the Bank contract, and then, of course, he gets interrupted by one Bill Goldberg himself. Of course, he was there to congratulate Gunther, and he told him how proud he was that he is the world heavyweight champion. But then Goldberg mentioned what Gunther did in Atlanta at Bad Blood last October. It was some sort of conflict with Gunther and Goldberg's family. And once that happened, you knew for a fact that there was going to be a match taking place. We just didn't know when. So Goldberg literally went straight for the fences and challenged him to a match at Saturday night's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, Saturday night's main event is only going to be in 3 weeks, and WWE clearly is stacking up that card, especially considering there is All In Texas. He literally states, "You're mine and you're next." And it has been made officially at Saturday night's main event. It will be Bill Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Look, I'm not going to complain like all these other YouTubers, because at this point I was already expecting this to happen. Look, do I like the fact that Goldberg came in out of nowhere and challenged Gunther for the World Championship? On one hand, it does suck, but at the same time, it was expected and it was in the rumor mill for a while. Not to mention, it was reported that one of the main reasons as to why Gunther won the World Championship once again was because of the fact that he was set to face Goldberg for the World Championship at Saturday night's main event. Now look, All In and Saturday night's main event, both shows are not going to go on head to head, but they're going to happen on the same day, and WWE clearly wants to steal that fire away from AEW. All In is set to be a fantastic card. I mean, you got Kenny Omega versus Okada, Jon Moxley versus Hangman Page, and Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm. And there's more matches to be announced, and the show is only in 3 weeks. WWE is clearly countering that with Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, is this going to be a scenario like Goldberg's other returns where he just comes in and beats said champion? No, I don't think so. Number one, because this is Triple H's regime and not Vince McMahon's. Vince McMahon had no idea what he was doing. They would build up guys like The Fiend and he would eventually become champion, only for him to drop the belt to Goldberg on a Saudi Arabia show, back when the Saudi Arabia shows were essentially glorified house shows, only to set up a match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, which ultimately got canceled considering Roman Reigns took time off because of the pandemic. I believe Goldberg eventually faced like Braun Strowman of all people. Yeah, but now that Triple H is at the helm, I don't think that is going to be the case. If anything, Gunther is going to retain. Now, it is his last match, and if it's his last match, I definitely do see Goldberg losing. There's going to be a small chance of him winning, but I very much doubt it. Why would you want two guys that are retiring holding their respective world championships? I mean, John Cena's already on his retirement tour, and he's eventually going to drop the belt to Cody. Why would you want Goldberg to win the world title from Gunther? If anything, Gunther's 100% retaining, but there could be a scenario in which Seth Rollins could eventually cash in, because WWE's all about those big moments, and if they really want to steal fire away from AEW, which clearly they think about AEW, there's no doubt about it. Why do you think they have 3 shows going on head to head with AEW? They really want to take that moment away from AEW, so clearly I definitely do see them building up a cash in. I mean, Seth Rollins is eventually going to win the world championship. At this point, it's bound to happen. Not to mention the match between Gunther and
Bill Goldberg
itself, it's probably going to last like 5 minutes. I may be totally wrong, but that's just what I see happening. We will see a cash in at Saturday night's main event. But overall thoughts on the match, I'm not shocked considering I already expected a match like this to take place. And that was one of the main reasons as to why Gunther won the World Heavyweight Championship from Jey Uso last week to begin with. Am I excited about it? No, not really, but it's content that we all get to talk about. And there's a lot of people that are actually very excited about this. I'm not that excited about it, but I expected a match like this to happen because it is WWE. They love doing stuff like this, so honestly, I'm just not shocked. But yeah, those are my thoughts on
Bill Goldberg
returning and challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, push that bell for notifications, and look out for more videos right here on the WrestleHavoc channel in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and as the friggin' referee would say, ring, ring, ring that damn bell for more notifications. And as always, it is yours truly, Flamin' Rick Ricky DeRays, signing out. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.